Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I'll be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yeah, so glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collegeville High School. It's a Friday in middle December, so we must have some basketball action for you, and you know what? That's exactly what we have as we bring you the Southwestern Conference game between Collegeville and O'Fallon. And once again, my name is Todd Duke. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday evening, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher, and welcome into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collegeville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. That location, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collegeville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollegeville.com. All right, the Kahawks remain undefeated on the season thus far after 9 games. Your Collegeville Kahawks are 9-0. They are 3-0 in the Southwestern Conference, and they sit atop of the Southwestern Conference, and they are coached by their 15th year head coach here at Collegeville. Darren Lee has a record here as a Kahawk of 261 wins and 167 losses. Darren is in his 35th year overall in the state of Illinois and has a nice record of 726 wins and 310 losses. O'Fallon, they are 6-3 on the year. They are 1-2 in Southwestern Conference play. They are coached by Brian Muniz, and he is into his 8th year as the head coach for the Panthers and has a record of 121 wins and 86 losses. Collinsville comes in with 616 points. They're averaging 68.4 points per game. O'Fallon comes in having scored 609 points, so just behind Collinsville, and just behind in the average as well, averaging 67.7 points per game. Collinsville has given up 429 points to their opponents. That averages out to 47.7 points a contest. And O'Fallon, they have given up 486 points, and that is 54 points per contest. The Kahawks continue that perfect start to the season after a 67-60 win Tuesday at Granite City. It was not easy for the Kahawks as the Warriors gave the Collinsville faithful everything they can handle. Granite City had a 4-point lead after the first before a low-scoring 9-5 second quarter, and CHS tied the game at 20-all at the half. The Kahawks went up 36-29 after quarter number 3, but Granite City kept on coming back. Collinsville had a 16-point lead at one point, but the Warriors got back to within 5 late in the game. Each team scored 31 points in the fourth quarter of that contest, so Collinsville won by the 7 points they led by at the end of the third. Granite City, by the way, hit 12 of 23 three-point shots in that game. They had 6 in a row to start the second half. Zach Chambers led the way for Collinsville with 19 points and was one of 4 Kahawks to hit double digits in points that night. Jamori Weisinger ended the night with 15. All of those came in the second half after being blanked in the first half. Nick Horace and Tyree Brister both ended the night with 11 points. The Panthers got off to a solid start to the year by jumping out to a 4-0 record. That started with wins over Chicago Brooks, Marion, and Jacksonville, with all 3 wins at Jacksonville. The first non-tournament action saw O'Fallon just kind of annihilate Granite City, 90-59. O'Fallon then suffered back-to-back wins against back-to-back losses against 2 Belleville schools, a 70-53 loss at Belleville West and a hard-fought 58-56 loss at Altoff. With their first 6 games away from the Panther Dome, O'Fallon finally got to play on the home court where they picked up their only conference win in a 64-46 win versus Edwardsville. Another conference loss came versus Alton, 64-57, and then O'Fallon got back on the winning track in a 62-51 versus Mascoutah Tuesday night. The Edwardsville-Alton-Mascoutah games ended a string of 3 straight home games for the Panthers, so this is their first road game since those 3 straight home games. All right, so it's time for us to start diving into our interviews of the seniors here in the winter sports world, and we will begin that with my guest, Nick Horace, number 3 on your Collinsville roster. My conversation with Nicky Tony coming up right after a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show right here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology into our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It's time for us to start interviewing some of our seniors here in the world of winter sports. And first up for your boys basketball team is Kahok senior guard number 3, Nick Horace, 3-year varsity player. All right, man, so Dr. McCluskey and myself kind of gave you a nickname, Nicky Tony, and it's kind of stuck, and I think people are enjoying it. I've even seen signs out there that have that on there. So tell me what's your thoughts on the nickname.
Man, I didn't think it was going to get all the way to Collinsville. My aunts, they started it all the way by Iowa, and I just kind of kept it low. Then somehow it made it to Collinsville. I'm not going to say I don't like it, but it's a name that grew on me, I guess.
That's cool. I'm glad I'm not, making you mad or anything like that. All right. Tell me a little bit about your basketball story. How did you get involved in the game of basketball?
Really just my family. I mean, we all played basketball growing up. Then my brother for sure, because he was a big inspiration for me. So just seeing him play basketball, it made me want to play. And I got to play with him every day, and it was great.
How old were you when you got that basketball bug?
As whenever I could walk. I mean, they got videos of me shooting on a little mini hoop when I was a little baby. So.
All right, so tell me about the rest of the family. For those that don't know, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Don't leave out the pets.
Don't leave out the pets? All right. So I got, my sister just graduated college. So just one sibling in college. My other sister's a nurse. And 2 pets. I have a golden retriever named Riley and a cat named Emmy.
That's pretty cool. All right, tell me a little bit about playing with your brother Dayton. You guys got to play one season here at the high school together. I think it was his senior year and your sophomore year. Tell me what that was like for you.
It was great. I mean, I grew up playing with that whole team, and we were all brothers. I mean, I miss it every day. I still play with them with the old men basketball, and yeah, I still miss it every day.
All right, man, let's talk about some basketball for you.
This is going to be your 75th game tonight as a Kahok. I don't know if you knew these numbers or not. You have 693 points, so you get 7 points tonight. You're going to be at 700. 35.8% three-point shooting, 68.7% free throw shooting, and 311 rebounds. Tell me which one of those numbers is most impressive to you and the one you like the most.
I don't know about like the most, but I can definitely tell you which one I don't like the most is that free throw percentage. It needs to get up higher, but if I had to say one I like the most, I don't know if you mentioned it, but my assists. I like passing the ball. I like getting my teammates involved, and that would probably be my most my best number I have probably.
All right, you have a little bit of a different role this year, so they're depending on you more to getting the points than dishing out the assists. So tell me about the role change and what it means to you and whether you're comfortable with it yet.
Well, I mean, the role change, it's just whatever position I'm put in, I'm going to play that role. I mean, my sophomore year, I was catch and shoot, play defense. And the next year, I was supposed to pass the ball, and this year, I'm supposed to be more of a scorer. It's just whatever Coach Lee puts me, I'm going to play, and I just have to get comfortable, you know?
All right, man, let's have a little bit of fun. This is the segment I like to call My Favorite Things, which is not my favorite things, they're your favorite things. All right, favorite salty snack?
Saltine crackers.
I just had some of those tonight. Favorite sweet snack?
Probably gummy bears.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which one's your favorite?
Definitely dinner.
What dish is it and who cooks it?
Any sort of mac and cheese, just anywhere. Shout out Zach Chambers' mom. She makes the best mac and cheese.
That's a great answer, too, because I'm a mac and cheese fanatic. Apparently, my mom was eating mac and cheese the whole time she was pregnant with me, so that's where that comes from. All right, favorite restaurant?
Applebee's.
Favorite music genre?
I'd say rap and country. Usually don't mix hand in hand, but I'd say so.
Well, Jelly Roll does both.
Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah, okay, all right. So, favorite artist?
Zach Bryan.
All right. Favorite subject in school?
History.
I like history. That was mine, too. Least favorite subject in school?
Probably science.
I could go with that. Mine's math, though. All right. Tell me a little bit about what the future plans are for Nick Horace.
Future plans, still deciding on what college I want to go to, if I want to play basketball in college or not. But whatever I do, I still want to pursue business and become something with business one day, whether that's a salesperson or just something in the office. I like business a lot.
All right, cool. All right, so shout outs, man. You got anybody you want to say hi to out there? This is your chance.
My brother.
All right, cool. All right, so tell me your thoughts on the season up to this point. I mean, you guys are 9-0, can't have too many complaints.
I think that however we play, I mean, it's all on us. I mean, we could beat the best teams, and we could also lose to teams that we shouldn't lose to. It's all how we play, and if we stick together as a team, then we'll win games.
All right, man, you guys got O'Fallon tonight. Collinsville and O'Fallon, no strangers against each other. They're always pretty good. So tell me about your thoughts on this game tonight and what it's going to take for you guys to win. Definitely defense. I mean, we'll score the ball. I mean, we have 3 to 4 scorers out there at all times, so it's our defense that's going to win us a game. It's every game defense. If we play our good defense, then we're going to stop teams, you know? All right, Nick Horace, thanks for the visit, buddy. We appreciate it, and happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you. That is Nick Horace, number 3 in your program, maybe number 1 in your heart. We'll save that for a later day. We're going to take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw the starters at you and stats. All that and more coming up later on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey joining us on the other microphone here in just a moment. And here are your starters. We'll begin with the O'Fallon Panthers. You will find on the floor Jaden Rush. He is a 6'1" senior. Will Brown Jr., a 6'2" senior. Zach Tebby, a 5'10" senior. Caden Saunders, a 6'4" senior. And Rennie Harris, the 6'3" senior. I swear I've been calling that kid's name for like 6 years now, it seems like. For your Collinsville Kahawks, the birthday boy, Chad Burgess, getting ready to announce them to the crowd right now. And you will find our pregame guest, Nick Horace, the 6'3" senior. Chase Reynolds, the 5'11" junior. Jamori Weisinger, the 6' senior. Stanley Carnahan, the 6'6" junior. And Zach Chambers, the 6'9" senior, will round out the starting five for your Collinsville Kahawks. Leading scorer for Collinsville is Nick Horace. He has 160 points on the year. He is averaging 17.8 points on the season. Jamori Weisinger and Zach Chambers also into double digits as far as scoring average is concerned, with Weisinger at 16.9 and Chambers at 13.9. Chambers leads Collinsville in rebounds with 70, and he is averaging 7.8 rebounds per game. Leading scorer for O'Fallon right now is Jaden Rush. He has 156 points, averaging 17.3 per game. Rennie Harris, he's also in the double digits average at 15.7. And Armand Smith, who's only played 5 of the 9 games, is averaging 11 points per contest that he is in. And Rennie Harris is also leading the O'Fallon Panthers in rebounds with 82. He's averaging 9.1 boards a game. Chambers is averaging 7.8 boards a game. As we say, a very good evening to one Mr. Chris McCluskey. How are you there, sir?
Glad to be back at Virgil Fletcher Gym, Todd.
Always nice to have you, man.
Oh, thanks for having us.
It's only the second game you've done with me this year, man, so
That's right.
It's been
We've
a while.
On the road a lot.
I know. I've been on the road a lot.
Couple big Southwest Conference wins, 3 of them actually on the road.
Yeah.
And nice to be back here at Virgil Fletcher, where Collinsville, I think, should be the favorite tonight. But in Southwest Conference ball, you got to play your game, Todd.
You just never know, man, especially against this good O'Fallon team. They've always given Collinsville fits. All right, both teams are on the floor. Collinsville in the home white uniforms. They have the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. And that word and those numbers on the fronts and the backs are in purple. O'Fallon out here in their midnight blue uniforms. They're trimmed in gold. They have the word O'Fallon written across the fronts of their jerseys, and their numbers on the fronts and the backs are also in gold. Collinsville wins the tip-off. We're underway. Carnahan out to the top of the key for Reynolds. Reynolds gets it over here onto this left wing for Weisinger. Into the paint and off the glass. Chambers. He couldn't get it to finish, though, but Collinsville ends up getting the rebound, and they go back to work. Here is Carnahan on the outside, right side wing now for Reynolds. Back out front to the top of the key for Weisinger. Onto the left wing for Nick Horace. Horace thought about that three, but had to pull it back down after Rennie Harris got in his face. And now Collinsville back to work outside of the perimeter. And a dribble by Horace. He drives, baseline, pulls up, 8 feet out, good for 2.
Yes, sir. That's the motor to this Kahawk offense. Nicky Horace, baseline two-pointer. Here comes Rennie Harris and O'Fallon.
Yeah. I think this kid's been at O'Fallon High School since like 1990.
Hey, we've been dealing with him since about 3rd grade.
Yeah.
He can play.
Oh, yeah. He definitely can do that. Here's the dribble drive by Saunders, and that one ends up going out of bounds into the Kahawk cheerleading section.
Yeah, notice Rennie Harris doubled down on Zach on our last offensive possession, actually blocked his shot. Rennie can get up. Zach's got height on him, but Rennie can get up. He's got springs in his legs.
Yep, 6'3" for Rennie Harris, 6'9" for Zach Chambers, so got him by about a half a foot. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger over on the right wing in front of the O'Fallon bench, brings it back the other way, and out into the slot area for Reynolds, and Horace underneath trying to find Zach Chambers, but that was tipped out of bounds by Rennie Harris, and Collinsville will keep the ball.
There we go. We tried to go over the top.
Yep.
It's tough to go over the top of a jumper like Harris.
6:43 left to play, and there's Collinsville's first turnover of this game to match the one O'Fallon had just a moment ago, and we're going to have our first foul call of this game. It looks like it's going to go against Weisinger.
Yeah, Weisinger got him with the body, didn't want to give up the layup, and got a little hip check, so that's should send. I don't know if they called it on the floor.
Should be.
Looks like they called that on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Weisinger gets the first foul. You can see up there on the top.
Coach Muniz wants the shooting foul.
You can see up there on the top of your screen at home, everybody. We got the ESPN crew here today.
Yeah, Cole McCluskey's in the booth down there. So 2 McCluskey guys in 2 different booths here at Virgil Fletcher.
Are they actually doing play-by-play, or are they just looking pretty?
I think they're just clowning around.
All right.
But they look good.
Yeah,
right?
they do, yeah. All dressed up, looking all nice. Here is Rennie Harris. He'll kick it back outside now for Tebby. Tebby to the top of the key for Saunders. Saunders into the paint.
He walked.
He traveled.
They're going to call a foul?
Nope, they called a travel.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Second turnover for O'Fallon, 6:21 to go. We're almost 2 minutes through this first quarter, and we've only got 2 points on the board.
Yeah, some missed shots, some turnovers already, so both teams going to be looking to clean up their game here as this first quarter carries on.
JV team won, by the way, 55-40. 4 players in double digits, and now we're going to have a foul handed out to Will Brown Jr. for O'Fallon. A.J. Main, Solomon Talbot each had 10 points in that JV win. Jace and Evan Wilkinson each had 12 points in that win. Collinsville was actually down at halftime, 29-26, and then 37-32 third quarter, and by the time the fourth quarter started, man, the JV team held O'Fallon to 0 points through the first 3.5 minutes of that final quarter.
Yeah, JV really turned it on, had a lot of breakaway layups, and just pulled away from O'Fallon.
Sure did. Here is Weisinger to the top of the key for Reynolds. Weisinger, 3-point shot. That's short. That barely tickled the twine, but Collinsville comes up with it. And Nick Horace is going to get fouled, and he will head to the free throw line, and we will have our first visitor to the charity stripe. And Horace comes into this contest 68.9%, 31 of 45 on the year.
Yeah, nice dish by senior Zach Chambers from the low post. Saw Nicky flashing and fed him the rock.
I interviewed Nick at the pregame show and told him what his lifetime free throw percentage was, and it's right around what he's doing this year, 68%. He said he wasn't happy with that.
Nick's a competitor. He's not going to be happy with anything. But
makes both of them 4-0 in
hungry.
favor of Collinsville. Here comes Jaden Rush. Rush, the leading scorer for O'Fallon. Top of the key for Rennie Harris. Harris gets it over to Saunders. Saunders in front of the Kahawk bench, out to the top once again for Rush. Rush over onto the right wing finds Tebby. Tebby back to Saunders. Saunders launches a three. It's a little bit too strong, and that is Stanley Carnahan with the rebound there. Collinsville back to work on offense. Here is Chambers just outside the lane. Gets a little separation, puts one up, can't get it to fall in. Went from one side to the other, and then Chase Reynolds comes up with the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Woo, credit Chase Wilkinson, I say, from the JV game. But credit Reynolds for flashing to grab that offensive rebound, and he's going to get a trip to the charity stripe as a result of his hard work.
Rennie Harris picks up his first foul. It's the team's third. And at the free throw line, good to go for Chase Reynolds. Chase comes into this contest, was 0 for 2, so that's his first free throw of the year so far. He's no longer at 0%.
It's a good way to start the ball game.
Sure is. And he'll miss the second one. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. That's their first rebound of this game. Here comes Aaron Smith, who checked into the game. And he'll take the ball baseline, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2, as Collinsville will pick up their second foul, and this one's going to belong to Chase Reynolds. Oh, no, Weisinger, his second. Uh-oh. 2 early fouls for Jamori.
Yeah, that's very early in the game to pick up another foul for our sharpshooter Weisinger. He tried one from about 27 feet there earlier. That's why it was short.
Yeah. Armand Smith at the free throw line, 8 of 11 coming into this contest. And he misses both of them. Collinsville pulls down the rebound. Here comes Nicky Tony. He dribbles, he drives, he pulls up, he takes another 8-footer and drains that one as well. A couple of 8-footers for Nick.
Man, nice ball fake, just juke the defenders and pulls up for another bucket.
6 points of the 7 points on the board belong to Nick Horace. Here is Rennie Harris at the free throw line. Shot, and that's the first points of the night for O'Fallon. And it's a 7-2 contest in favor of Collinsville. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger brings the ball up across the midcourt stripe, comes over here to this left wing, gives it up now, top of the key for Horace. Outside it stays for Carnahan. Now over to Horace at the end of the O'Fallon bench, and he's trying to get around Rennie Harris. It does so with a nice move and a great basket. That was some work there.
Nick Horace on fire with the spin move. You know, there's a reason he was player of the week for the Post-Dispatch.
Oh, another block by Zach Chambers. He's doing a pretty good job of those this year. That's his 22nd block of the season, and it turns into 2 points for Weisinger. And now O'Fallon wants to call a timeout. They're wondering what's hit them here, but we're going to take a timeout right along with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you. Glad that you are with us on this Friday night, the 15th of December, already halfway through the month of December. You got everything done for shopping, Christmas shopping?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's what I hear. I heard that rumor. Santa Claus is coming to my house, that's for sure. Here's Rennie Harris. Collinsville up 11-2 on the outside. Now working it up inside. Shot taken by Smith, no good. Collinsville pulls down the rebound. Jayhawks move it back up. And here is Tyree Brister, who's into the game for the first time tonight. Over to Chase Reynolds on this near sideline. Into the corner now for Brister.
Yeah, keep an eye on Brister. He's so quick. I call him a nuisance on the court.
That's a compliment.
That is, yeah. Absolutely. He's
very
a
much so.
defensive nuisance.
Yep, here is Reynolds out to Brister. Brister over to Nick Horace, who got a little push from behind there by Smith. Now Horace gets it back in front of head coach Brian Munoz for O'Fallon, and Horace trying to find some separation, couldn't, but ditches the ball off to Tyree Brister. Reverse layup, good.
Tyree slipping and dipping into the lane, goes underneath the little baby hook off the glass for 2.
Here's Jaden Rush, deep out over on the right wing. He'll give it up now for Smith. Smith takes it to the top of the key, dumps it off underneath, trying to find Rennie Harris, that was Brown, but that turned into a turnover, threw it right to Zach Chambers, and now we're going to have a foul called. This one's going to be on the floor, and this one is going to go against Brenton Hunter, I believe. He's into the game now. Is that who they called it on? Yep.
Yeah, he was just trying to prevent another layup by Nick Horace. Got him with the body on the floor, so Collinsville will have the ball out on the baseline.
Inbound pass will come from Nick Horace. Horace does so to Carnahan. Carnahan immediately gives to Brister. Now over here for Reynolds. Back over to Nicky Tony just outside the lane. Zach Chambers, he has the ball ripped out of his hands, and a jump ball called as Rennie Harris just clamped onto it. Possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon, so that'll turn into a Kahok turnover.
Well, one of the things that they've worked on with Zach is bringing that ball down, right? And Rennie's so quick, he sniffed the ball, be it down by his waist, and he just grabbed it from him.
2:55 left to play here in quarter number 1. 13-2, Collinsville up by 11. Smith turns the ball over. Here comes Brister once again. Brister got a couple of trailers, but can't get it to go. But how about a putback by Nick Horace?
Alley-oop put back by number 3, Nick Horace. That gives Nick Horace, I think, 10 points already here in this first quarter.
Sure does. Excuse me. Rush, top of the key, takes a shot from there. That one's no good. Hits that creased part of the iron and comes sky high. Collinsville pulls down the rebound, and O'Fallon 0 for 2 on three-point shots thus far. Here is, Chase Reynolds. Reynolds gets it to Brister. Brister, he's a small dude. He's got some muscles, doesn't he?
Oh, man, he's quick and strong.
There is Chambers. Chambers gives it up for Horace. Horace outside the free throw line. That's a little short, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Harris gets it up quickly to Rush. Rush off the glass, good for 2. Only the second field goal of the game for O'Fallon. We're down to 1:50 to go here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Collinsville just missed the bucket, couldn't get back on defense. Then O'Fallon sets up a press, and Collinsville calls timeout.
30-second timeout has been called, and we will step aside for 30 seconds as well. Back in a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the Collinsville campus. Collinsville High School. My name's Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Chiming in on the old chat line, a guy who knows a little bit about basketball, Dave Wilhelm, former sports reporter for the Belleville News-Democrat and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, says Brister is the biggest defensive game changer in the entire St. Louis area.
I believe that.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with Mr. Wilhelm, that's for sure. Collinsville takes a shot, no good. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They bring it up. Here is Rush, near sideline, top of the key, swinging it around the horn. Here is Brown with a three-point shot. That one doesn't find the mark either. Excuse me. O'Fallon 0 for 3 on the three-point shots, and Collinsville has rebounded every single one of their missed threes. Here is Chambers. Chambers dumps it off. Carnahan, he was going toward the basket, and the ball ended up behind him. So Collinsville turns the ball over, and O'Fallon has another opportunity here. 1:05 to go here in this first quarter, and we're going to have a foul call. This one's going to go against Nick Horace.
Yeah, if there's been anything Collinsville can clean up here early in the year, it's some turnovers. You know, we do have the tendency to turn the ball over, and, when you get out to such a big lead, you certainly don't want to, get lazy and let that thing shrink.
Yep, that's for sure. Here is Tebby, and another three-point try. That one's good. And Rennie Harris hits the first three-pointer of the night for O'Fallon, or for Collinsville for that matter. First three-pointer in general. Across the line it goes, and to Nick Horace, offset free throw line, takes a shot. That one's a little short. Rennie Harris pulls down the rebound. O'Fallon works it back the other way. Harris had the ball. Oh, Nick Horace kicked it. Did he kick it, or did Rennie Harris just bounce it off of Nick's shoe?
I think we got lucky over that because Rennie was on his way to the bucket. So a 13-point lead shrinks to 8 pretty quickly, so Collinsville going to want to pick up their defensive game here.
Inbound pass coming in from Tebby to the top of the key for Harris. Rennie eyes things over and wants to make his move, but forgot to take the ball with him. Gives it back over to Tebby. Tebby now at the top of the key, over into the corner for Brown. And Brown, he drives baseline, and we're going to have another foul called. Zach Chambers or Nick Horace is going to be guilty of this one. And I believe they're going to get Nick. So Horace And Weisinger now with 2 fouls. And this one's going to be a shooting foul for Will Brown Jr. And Mr. Brown comes in at 66.7% on the year. And no good.
So Collinsville also, you know, we have some talent on the bench. However, you don't want to see 2 of your superstars with 2 fouls in the first quarter.
That is true.
Because, you know, depth could be an issue. Looks like
Rennie Harris goes to the bench. So he's out for the first time tonight. Amon Smith checks back into the game, as does Brenton Hunter. And the next one is good. Nope, not good, sorry. And it stays 15-7. We're down to 15 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Collinsville will play for the last shot.
Here is Horace. He gets double teamed, and now we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul coming up against Jaden Rush. And that is the 4th team foul. So both teams right now at 4 fouls, so it looks like we're not going to have a bonus situation unless somebody gets that. Oh, that is the Panthers' 5th, excuse me. And to the free throw line, Nick Horace. He's already 2 for 2 from there tonight. 10.7 to go here in this first quarter. And Horace.
That'll add to that percentage
Sure
that he
will.
was talking about.
Yeah.
Harris comes back.
Yeah, he doesn't stay out very long, ever. Solomon Talbot is due to check in. But he's going to wait.
I think he's going to come in for Nick, so Nick doesn't get another foul on this defensive possession.
Caden Saunders checks back in for O'Fallon, and Horace misses the free throw. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon, and here comes Rennie Harris. And now back outside to Rush. 3 seconds left. Rush in the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and there's the buzzer. And after 1 quarter of play, Collinsville leads the O'Fallon Panthers 16-7. We're back with quarter number 2 right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 16-7 in favor of Collinsville after 1 quarter of play. They're glad that you're with us here on a Friday night. Solomon Talbot does enter the game. He is not taking the place of Nick Horace, though. He'll take the place of Zach Chambers, give Zach a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
I believe that's looks like a Channel 2, Channel 11 shirt. So maybe Fox 2 is going to have your son over there on the ESPN table on their highlights tonight.
How about that?
Yeah, kind of cool. All right, here is Brister. Brister works it inside the perimeter to Carnahan. Carnahan kicks it out to Weisinger, and Weisinger is going to be fouled from behind by Armand Smith. That'll be his first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players have a foul for O'Fallon.
Yeah, they fair amount of fouls called early in this game, and like you said, with the new rules that you only get 4 fouls, and on the 5th, the other team's shooting free throws.
Yeah, double bonus on foul number 5. Here is Brister at the free throw line, hands it off to Horace. Outside, Weisinger for 3, just a little bit too strong, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. That's only the second three-point shot taken by Collinsville. Both of them have been taken by Weisinger. And Rennie Harris gets another couple of points. He's now up to 7. 16-9. 7:20 to go here in this second quarter. We're just underway in quarter number 2. Here is Horace. Horace out on the wing, gives it up for Carnahan. Carnahan to Brister. Brister drives, almost lost his footing, and turns the ball over anyway. Collinsville in jeopardy of giving up more points than they do as Zach Tebby banks it off the glass, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, Collinsville's giving up 2 layups, just not getting back down the floor. And I guess it's part of being a kid, but when you build a lead like that, all of a sudden you just don't hustle quite as much.
Here is Brister. Gives it up now for Weisinger. Weisinger to Carnahan. Carnahan inside the perimeter on the left wing. Top of the key, Brister. Now over on the right side for Horace. Into the right corner, Brister. Back to Horace. Back to Brister. Brister directing traffic over there in front of the O'Fallon bench. Turns around, drives baseline, takes the shot, and it comes over from one side of the rim to the other side of the rim. And the Kahawks give up the ball once again. Here is Rennie Harris outside. 3-point shot. That one swoops out. Won't go. O'Fallon having a hard time buying threes, although they do have one, and then we have a whistle on the play.
Yeah, neither team's shooting the ball very well from outside the perimeter. But Collinsville's gone cold the last few possessions. They need to get some points on the board here on this possession.
Here comes Brister across the Kahawk logo at midcourt. Brings it all the way over here to this near side sideline. Picks up his dribble, gives it up now for Weisinger. Jamori, he's directing traffic now, and Brister wants the ball. He's gotten it, and now into Talbot. Talbot high off the glass, good for 2.
Talbot goes way up high.
There is Saunders once again, who just tried that three-pointer.
There
now
he
it's
is.
Tipped and tipped again, and Rennie Harris comes up with it. So O'Fallon avoids their 4th turnover. Shot taken, no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks out rebounding O'Fallon right now, 9-6. Here comes Nick Horace, pull away, fade away jumper. He's a little short on that, and that ball goes out of bounds and off of the hands of Talbot. So O'Fallon will get the ball, and that's going to turn into the 6th turnover for Collinsville.
Yeah, Nicky just failed to get planted and go straight up. You saw his body kind of fading over to the baseline, and that's why that ball was off the mark.
5:36 left to play here in this second quarter. 18-11, 7-point lead for Collinsville. O'Fallon with the ball. Here comes Tebby. Tebby brings it up and gets it up into the hands of Smith. Smith back over to Tebby. Tebby stays outside the perimeter and gives it up for Rush. And another foul going to be handed out. Boy, they're handing out fouls all over the place here. Brister.
Thank goodness. That could have been on Jamori very easily.
Yeah. They're handing out fouls here like Christmas candy in a stocking.
They are. They
3-point try. That one rattles in from Armand Smith. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? So very important 5 minutes left in this first half for Collinsville.
Here is Horace, puts on a spin move and getting tugged on over there by Smith. Kicked it outside for Brister. Brister for Chambers. Chambers inside Talbot. Got both the bigs out there. Brister bluffs the 3 and gives it up for Horace.
Man, only an athlete could keep from walking on that.
I'm telling you. My groin hurt just watching it. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger at the top of the key, looking for a little room and can't get it. And then Zach Chambers tried to save it, but ended up smacking it out of bounds. And that's going to be the 7th turnover now for Collinsville, as they've been hit by the turnover bug here.
Well, we talked about Collinsville's tendency to turn the ball over, especially when we have a lead. So, yeah, like you said, that bug's followed them here into the gym tonight. Again, hopefully we can clean that up.
Yeah, they did more than their fair share of that at the Granite City game Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
Here is Smith over to Harris. Smith back over on the left wing. He drives baseline, kicks it into the corner. Rush, 3-point shot. Falls a little short. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. I think that's the first 3-point miss they've had where they've actually rebounded their own ball.
Yeah, it was a long shot, long rebound. Tebby came up with it. Now they're going to give him the ball. They're going to spread it out.
Take their time. Here is Brown into the corner. Back out to Tebby. Tebby from one wing to the other. Deep outside on the right wing. Rennie Harris in the paint. Takes the shot. Talbot gets the rebound. Collinsville brings it up. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds brings it up over to Horace. Horace drives into the paint. Almost had a little bit of a slip there, and Jamori Weisinger saves that ball from going out of bounds, but O'Fallon was the one who touched it, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But Jamori just wanted to keep things going. Weisinger goes from the near side to the far side. Gives it up for Horace. Back over to Weisinger. 3:35 to play here in this second quarter. Weisinger in front of the scorer's table. Comes back over to this side. Then gets sandwiched off the ball. Comes into the hands of Smith. And Smith takes it in. No problem at all. Collinsville is going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout right along with them. And we'll be back here in just 60 seconds on the Kahawk Sports Network. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahok since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Collinsville at one point had a double-digit lead in this game, and now that lead is all the way down to 2.
Yeah, Collinsville started turning the ball over, and O'Fallon got us slowed down. When we went out to that big lead, we were running.
Yeah.
And O'Fallon does not want to run with us.
Here is Horace. Gets it over to Weisinger on the near sideline. To Reynolds. Reynolds to Carnahan. Carnahan on the wing. Inside the paint. Chambers bounced it off of his own body. Ends up into the hands once again of Smith, and turnovers are piling up here for Collinsville. Here is Smith, and he ends up turning the ball over. That is the 4th turnover for O'Fallon. Collinsville now has 8.
So Collinsville definitely going to need to clean that up. We kind of got away with one there because we were not back on defense. O'Fallon showing a little bit of a 3/4 court press here.
Here is Weisinger. Gets it across the line. And another tip ball.
Another turnover.
And another turnover.
Which leads to a layup.
Yep.
Coach Darren Lee has got to be beside himself at this point.
18-18 after Collinsville had a double-digit lead. And you get it to Carnahan. Carnahan leads Chase Reynolds with it. Reynolds and throws the ball up. And, that's a foul. Oh, yeah, it is. Will Brown came in all over the backside of Chambers while he was in midair attempting a dunk.
Yeah,
that's why it didn't fall.
Chambers had one of those at the Granite City game, and you'd like to see him get that dunk down, but there's some definite body contact, so Chambers will have a chance to extend this lead. Collinsville's only scored, 2 or 3 points this whole quarter?
2. Here is Chambers, and he misses at the free throw line. He comes in at 23 of 34, 67.6%. Chambers looking for his first points tonight.
Well, hopefully he'll get one here on this next free throw attempt and break Collinsville's cold streak here.
Yeah. Eddie Jackson checks into the game. 6'1" sophomore for O'Fallon. Chambers at the free throw line. One more.
Lane violation.
Should have been.
Well, they wait to see if the ball goes in, right?
Yeah.
And then if they miss, they'll call it, I think. But it definitely was a lane violation.
All right, Collinsville retakes the lead, albeit by just 1 point. Rush fires the ball over to Smith on the near sideline. Back to Rush at the top of the key. We're down to 2:20 to go here in this first half. Over into the corner on the far side for Smith. Smith trying to dribble his way in. Carnahan blocked off that avenue. Back out front now for the newly inserted Hunter. And a 3-point shot. Jaden Rush.
Man, that was from about 25 feet.
Yeah, you know that O'Fallon's going to start hitting those threes at some point after they went 0 for 4 in their first 4 tries. Since then, they have hit 3 of 5.
Yeah, and Collinsville's Weisinger, who's normally our 3-baller, has not turned his game on yet either, so hopefully we'll see some points out of him.
He got shut out in the first half of that Granite City game, ended up with 15 points. All of them came in the second half. Here's Carnahan, gets it inside now for Chambers. Chambers lost the ball again. Outside for Weisinger. Weisinger, well, I tell you what, O'Fallon's swarming. That's Weisinger, his 4th point of the night, and we are tied now again at 21 all. We're down to the final 85 seconds left to go here in this first half. Here is Smith into the corner, and that ball is tipped out of bounds, and Collinsville will see if they can take advantage of the 5th O'Fallon turnover.
Yeah, Collinsville gets a break. And, with Collinsville, the scouting report's out, right? Like, you've got to pressure our guards, and we've shown the propensity to turn the ball over. So, our guards just got to be ready to be face guarded and pressured at all times.
Yeah. O'Fallon, got to give them some credit. They're playing some good defense right now. They are really disrupting things for the Kahawks. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds over onto the wing. Nick Horace for 3. Yes, it rattles in. Needed that.
Nicky Tony Horace. I call him Nicky Buckets this year. knocks down Collinsville's. I think that's her first three-pointer, isn't it?
It is their first three-pointer, and that is not the first three-pointer for Jaden Rush. That's 2 in a row for him, and we are tied once again at 24. 45 seconds left to play here in this first half. Collinsville brings the ball up. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds directs traffic and has Weisinger go to the spot that Reynolds just vacated. Gives it up for Carnahan. Carnahan in the perimeter to Nick Horace. Offset free throw line. Back outside we go. Back inside. Outside. Nicky Tony for 3. That one misses. And the rebound belongs to Carnahan. He's off the glass. He's got it for 2.
Man, that's a big bucket by Stanley Carnahan. He just outmuscles 2 O'Fallon players and gets that putback to put Collinsville up.
O'Fallon playing for the last shot. As we approach 10 seconds left to play here in this first half. They give it up over here for Tebby. Tebby gets it to Smith. Smith, outside it goes for Rush. Rush all the way in front of the scorer's table. 2 seconds. He'll take a big three-point shot. That's no good, and that's the buzzer. And after 2 quarters of play, Collinsville miraculously holds on to the lead. They lead by 2, 26-24. Time now for the halftime show. Brought to you by Woods Basement Systems in Collinsville. All things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give Woods Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville headquarters. That number is 618-708-4055. Woods Basement Systems halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily, with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East.
Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! And once again, welcome back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. 26-24. Collinsville only up by 2 points after they were outscored 17-10 in that second quarter by the O'Fallon Panthers after Collinsville opened up a 16-7 9-point lead after the first quarter of play. Your leading scorer in this one right now belongs to Collinsville. That would be Nick Horace. He has 14 points, 4 points for Jamori Weisinger, 2 points each for Stanley Carnahan, Tyree Brister, and Solomon Talbot, and 1 point apiece for Zach Chambers and Chase Reynolds. Leading scorer for O'Fallon is their leading scorer, Jaden Rush. He has 8. Armand Smith with 7, as is Rennie Harris, and Zach Tebby has 2 points. Collinsville has turned the ball over 11 times in the first half of this game compared to 7 for O'Fallon. Or excuse me, 5 for O'Fallon. Rebounds, I got that backwards. All right, let's start that over again. Collinsville has turned the ball over 9 times compared to O'Fallon's 5. Collinsville out-rebounding O'Fallon 11-7. And from the lines, Collinsville has hit 1 of 4 3-point tries, while O'Fallon has hit 3 of 9. From the free throw line, Collinsville is 5 of 8, while O'Fallon is 0 for 4. That is going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Again, if you have some problems with water damage in your house, want to get that taken care of, give Woods Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. Second half action comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive. cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Halftime score here, 26-24. A 2-point lead for Collinsville. I just got word from Zach Roseman, who's not feeling very well, that the Belleville East versus Alton varsity game got postponed. They played the JV game, so really not sure what happened there.
Oh, man, that's hate to hear that. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah, me too. All right, we're underway here in the second half, and Collinsville up by 2, and the three-point try right off the bat misses the mark by O'Fallon. Collinsville gets the rebound, and the Kahawks bring it back up looking for their first bucket here of the second half. Here is Horace. Horace, spin move, top of the key, and gives it up now for Chase Reynolds. Reynolds gives it back up to Horace. The original 5 starters are on the floor for both teams, and they'll move it up just outside the lane. Carnahan at the free throw line takes the shot and can't get it to go. Zach Chambers trying to pull down the rebound. He finally does. Off the glass, can't get it to go again. Got his hands on it once again, but then the ball hits the ground, and the Panthers are the ones who come up with it. They bring it down. Here's a drive, and that one's off the high glass. Will Brown Jr. gives his team a tied ball game at 26. Collinsville working the ball back up. Here is Horace. Horace crosses the big Kahawk logo at midcourt, gives it up for Weisinger. Weisinger, left-hand dribble, top of the key, and then moves over onto the left-hand side. We're just underway here in the second half. Out to Reynolds. Chase over to Jamori. Jamori gets it over to Stanley Carnahan. Carnahan just outside the lane, and the big guy off the glass. Count the bucket and the bruise. Chambers is going to the line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, I like Collinsville going right back down to the big guy because we outsized O'Fallon in the paint. Now, a little different look. You've got Nick Horse running point guard here in the second half, which isn't normally the case.
That is the first 2-point basket made tonight by Zach Chambers.
You don't turn the ball over and you bang the paint, and Collinsville can probably write their own story.
6:43 to go.
They've got to do it.
Yep, Chambers went 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half and hits the one that he gets here. And Collinsville extends that lead up to 3 points. Here come the Panthers. Here is Rush. Rush at the midcourt stripe.
Rush is feeling it, Todd.
Yep. He's going to drive, and a foul goal will be handed out to Chase Reynolds. That'll be his first. As Amon Smith looks to check back into this game. Just 90 seconds into this quarter. And to the bench goes Caden Saunders, the 6'4 senior. Will head to the bench, and the 6'4 junior Smith will come in. Inbound pass finds Rennie, and now into the corner. 3-point shot, no good. Collinsville comes away with another missed 3-point rebound. Kahawks work it back up. Here is Horace all the way, and Rennie Harris got his paws on the ball, and all of a sudden it goes the other direction, and now that's going to turn into 2 points, and that's going to belong to Will Brown. He's got all 4 points here for O'Fallon in quarter number 3.
Well, Collinsville has 2 missed layups and turned them into 2 made layups for O'Fallon, so they're going to have to clean that up.
Here is Chambers, turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Then he volleys the rebound for a minute, but it ends up into the hands of O'Fallon, and here is Smith once again, and he's going to be fouled by Chambers.
Yeah, again, Collinsville is just letting O'Fallon get to the bucket over and over and over again.
That'll be the first foul on Chambers, but Collinsville already has 2 fouls here early in this third quarter.
Coach.
And to the free throw line will be Armand Smith. He's 0 for 2 in the game so far.
Yeah, Coach Lee is very adamant to his boys, you've got to get back.
That one's good. And we're tied once again, 29-29. One more shot from the stripe for Smith, and he makes both. And now O'Fallon goes up 30-29. Collinsville trying to answer and take the lead back. Here is Horace. Horace across the midfield stripe, underhands the pass to Weisinger. Weisinger in the Kahawk logo, gives it up now for Reynolds. Reynolds over on the right wing, and that ball is loose, and Stanley Carnahan saves it.
Yeah, should have been another turnover on Collinsville.
Here's Weisinger, spins out into the paint, kicks it out for Horace. Horace drives, takes the shot, good.
Nice dribble drive, stop and pop by Nicky Tony, and let's see if Collinsville can play some defense here, Todd.
31-30, Collinsville goes back up by 1. Here is Smith, gives it to Rush. Rush. Deep out over on that right wing.
Yeah, O'Fallon's really spreading the floor out here.
Yeah, they are. Here is Rennie Harris. Harris trying to get into the paint, does so for a minute. 3-point shot, that one's good for Tebby. Tebby's first 3-pointer made of the night. And back up by 2 points now are the O'Fallon Panthers. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds comes from the near side to the far side in front of the scorer's table. Gives it up now for Carnahan. Carnahan outside the lane for Chambers. Chambers got a little shove from behind
pushed
there.
In the back, yeah.
Now Chambers, he'll bow
They're
over
call
and
a charge.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
Why not?
He extended his elbow. You know, he's guilty.
Well, you know, Rennie Harris pushed him in the back. I think Zach was just saying, I'm going to get a little bit of that back, and that's what happens. A timeout on the floor. Coach Lee not happy. He wants to talk to his kids once again, and it is a 30-second timeout, I believe. I didn't see it, but we're going to take a 30-second timeout anyway, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back once again at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville trails by 2. Another timeout taken here by the Kahawks. Probably a much-needed timeout by Coach Lee, trying to get his guys back on the game plan here.
Yeah, well, Collinsville's trying to go down low to big Zach Chambers, and he scored an early bucket, but then he missed a layup, and he's getting pushed around quite a bit. Coach Lee was upset that they're letting it happen, and he was upset with the foul on Chambers, but he extended his elbow, and you're going to get that call every time.
Yeah. I understand. Zach was a little not happy about getting pushed in the back, so he gave a little bit of that back rush. That was 3-point shot blocked. Collinsville takes the turnover away from O'Fallon. They get it into the corner for Horace. Now over to Reynolds, back to Horace, and just outside the lane, one bounce, and there's Rennie. And no, that was Smith. Went up for the block. He's going to get called for the foul instead.
Yeah, I mean, Zach's getting triple teamed, right? They're calling fouls on this end, so you've got to you want to let him play, but at the same time, you've got to keep it clean and keep it from getting out of hand, so that'll earn Zach another trip to the charity stripe.
You would think if he's getting triple teamed, somebody's got to be open somewhere.
Yeah, right.
That one's going to be off. Knew that when it left his hands.
Well, layups and free throws we talk about an awful lot, right? And
yeah.
We haven't done a very good job on either tonight, so we find ourselves behind these O'Fallon Panthers.
Well, went 5 of 8 in the first half from the free throw stripe. Not too bad, but could be a little bit better, and now it is 2 for 3 here in the second half, so 7 of 11 so far in the game. 1-point game again. O'Fallon, they have the 1-point lead. 4:20 to play here in this third quarter. Over to Rush in front of his own bench, and now Brister's going to get called for a foul. You know, if you're going to call fouls, but sometimes, I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Brister's in the game. Now, he can be a spark plug, right?
Oh, yeah.
If we can get Collinsville off to the races and running, go on a little bit of a run here.
Here is Rennie Harris. Turnaround fadeaway jumper, a little short. And Horace brings down the rebound for Collinsville. Kahok's work it back up. Here is Brister. Back outside now for Horace. Horace on the left gives it up for Chambers. Outside, Weisinger, 3. Yo! I thought that was good.
That was on the money. There's Saran wrap on the hoop on that one, buddy.
Man, I'm telling you what, that did everything but go in. Here's a 3-point try by Tebby. That one's no good. Ball on the ground, picked up by Rush. Rush takes it to the bucket himself, and he scores his first points of this second half, and Jaden Rush now has 10. Outside for Chambers. Chambers muscles his way into the paint, takes the shot, good off the glass and off the fat part of the iron.
Yeah, that's a big bucket. That's a big bucket out of Chambers.
1-point lead still intact for O'Fallon. Here is Rush. Rush has the ball stolen by Tyree Brister. Brister all the way. Good. Collinsville retakes the lead.
That's our spark plug, baby. Tyree Brister. He will pick your pocket in a hurry.
There's a dribble drive by Brown. Kicks it up over in the corner for Harris. Harris in front of his own bench. Gives it up for Smith. Smith, he approaches over on the right wing. Gives it up over on the left side for Tebby. Back out front now for Rush. And then over to Smith. Smith, Harris. Harris once again in front of his coach, Brian Munoz. We're down to 2:50 left to play here in this, what do we call, third quarter. They're going to call Rennie Harris for a foul?
Yeah, I didn't see what happened.
Neither did I.
Huh?
Did he step out of bounds? Must have.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He pointed at the ground. I thought he was pointing at Coach Muniz, but just a little error there by Harris, and that'll go down as a turnover. Here comes Collinsville with Brister.
Yeah, he probably had that heel, and that's going to be a turn. Ooh! Well, referee said no, he did not cross the line. Collinsville gets to keep it. Here is Horace into the paint, and now he's fouled. And we'll see if he's going to head to the line. I'll call it a shooting foul or not. I don't know if he's getting ready to pass it over to Chambers or not. Yep, they're going to let him shoot too.
A shooting foul. So looks
third
like
foul
Darren
on
Lee,
Will Brown.
Darren Lee's frustration is paying off a little bit.
Yeah,
for
a
us.
little bit. Horace at the free throw line, 3 of 4 here in this game so far. And he makes that one. That one took a little bit of
soft touch. It was like Plinko.
It was, man.
Plinko, and he found the middle slot.
2:31 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville back up by 2. Horace trying to make it 3, and he does.
Here comes O'Fallon. They've been content to slow it down and spread it out. Try to drive or drive and dish.
Here is Harris into the paint, and another foul going to be handed out. And 2 shots coming for Harris, and this one's going to go against Carnahan. That's his first.
Yeah, Collinsville is going to have to figure out that they're trying to spread us out, and we're going to have to play better help side defense.
Team 5th, so any fouls handed out here on the defensive side by Collinsville is going to result in free throws. Rennie Harris to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Hits the first one that he's gotten an opportunity to make, and Harris came in 24 of 36, now 25 of 37. Rennie. One more shot for him. And that one's no good. Rebound belongs to Zach Chambers and the Collinsville Kahawks bring it back up, leading by 2. Here is Brister. Brister goes from the near side to the far side and bounces it out of bounds.
Yeah, turnover. He tried to lead Nick Horace, and he just let him too soon. And another turnover out of Collinsville. So let's see what looks like O'Fallon's going to put it in Harris's hands.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. Not a bad idea either. Harris into the paint, takes the shot, good for 2.
That's too easy.
Yep.
That's too easy, Todd.
We're tied at 38. Collinsville had 9 turnovers in the first half. That was their second one here in the second half. Here is Brister. Brister deep out on the right wing, gives it up to midcourt to Weisinger. Weisinger to Carnahan. A little hook pass, if you will. Gives it right back to Carnahan. He fakes everybody out, kicks it outside, and now we're going to have another foul called, and this one's going to go against O'Fallon, and I believe that's going to go against Jaden Rush. That'll be his second.
Yeah, and that kick out went to Horace, and he knocked the 3 down, but it won't count.
Nope.
Man, 9 fouls already here in this third quarter.
I know. 96 seconds left to play in said third quarter. Horace inbounds, does so to Weisinger. Weisinger trying to get rid of his guy, and a three-point try skips over the basket. Rebound belongs to Collinsville, but they're going to blow a whistle.
Yeah, I think Stanley might have pushed off a little bit.
Carnahan picks up his second in a row.
I don't think you can call over the back, but he must have pushed off.
Horace, Weisinger, Carnahan, Chambers, and Brister all have 2 fouls.
Boy, this quarter might take another 30 minutes to run down at this pace.
That's okay. I don't have to be anywhere.
No, sir.
To the free throw line, it is Jaden Rush, his first trip to the charity stripe here tonight. 81.8%. That's all he's shooting from the free throw line this year.
Not too shabby.
36 of 44.
Not too shabby.
No. Now we have a discussion at the scorer's table.
Well, it looks like they got that all cleared up.
Well, they changed the. Okay, well, I don't know what they were doing. I saw the foul up on the scoreboard change from 1 to 11 to 22.
Oh.
No good for Rush. Excuse me. Well, that'll drop that 81.8 down to an 81.
He'd have to miss a lot of shots to mess up that percentage.
Yeah, pretty much. Rush, next one. No good again, and knocked out of bounds by O'Fallon. Collinsville will get the ball back.
Ooh, man.
So that was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and then O'Fallon knocks the ball out of bounds. 38-38. Minute 20 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Brister. Brister gives it up for Carnahan. Carnahan on the left wing and throws it into the paint trying to find Horace, but he threw it right to Jaden Rush. Rush brings it down, and he'll take a shot, and no good. Collinsville gets the rebound. Weisinger, he's bringing everybody back up court and dumps it off, but we're going to have another foul called.
My goodness, another turnover from Collinsville, but Collinsville then off to the races. Man, our transition game is so good. If we can get out running, we're in pretty good shape. So clock stops again. Weisinger at the line. He'll have 2 chances.
Jamori, his first trip to the free throw line, and good on the first one. Coming into this one, Weisinger is shooting 68.4%. Highest percentage for Collinsville from the free throw line is Tyree Brister at 71.4.
Yeah, free throw percentages aren't as high these days as they used to be. The kids just don't shoot as many.
Weisinger hits both. That breaks the deadlock. Collinsville up 40-38. Down to the final minute. Left to go here in this third quarter. Kahawks 40. Panthers 38. Here is Harris. He'll kick it out over here to Smith. Smith on the near sideline. Back to Harris. Harris on the near side, but closer to the midcourt stripe than he is to the side stripe. 45 seconds to play here in this third quarter, and looks like O'Fallon wants to waste as much time as they can and go for the last shot.
Well, that's been their plan all game, is to slow everything down, so they're happy.
See, I don't think you should be allowed to just stand there with the ball on your hip. I think you should be dribbling.
Well, that's why we're looking for a shot clock.
Yeah. Because that's not fun.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Collinsville needs to go out and pressure him. Down to 10 seconds left. Now Harris makes the move. Stays out deep and dumps it off. Three-point try, no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville, and they're not going to be able to get a shot off. So that's the way that quarter number 3 comes to an end. 40-38 in favor of Collinsville. We should have an exciting fourth quarter coming up for you after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahok Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. 40-38 is the score that we have for you. Collinsville up by 2. And now we have an answer as to what happened with the Belleville East Alton game. A medical emergency with a varsity basketball player from Belleville East High School occurred before the game in the locker room.
Oh, no.
And after discussion with both schools, they decided not to play the game. The player is doing okay now. The varsity game will be made up at a later date. So whoever that was, we hope the best for him. Here is Horace off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Chase Reynolds, and he puts it back in.
And big offensive rebound. Another missed layup out of Collinsville, but Reynolds comes up big with an offensive board and bucket.
And now O'Fallon trying to answer. Here is Harris. He'll kick it outside now for Brown. Brown drives lane. Oh, get that out of here, says Mr. Chambers. And Collinsville brings it back the other way. Weisinger for 3. Still no good. His 3-point shots just a little bit off tonight, although he almost rattled one home in that third quarter. And a whistle on the play will stop the action with 7:10 left to play, as both teams scored 14 points in that third quarter. And now Collinsville has came out and put up 4 straight.
Yeah, that's what Collinsville needs to do, is build a little lead, extend it, put the pressure on O'Fallon, and take the belief away from him.
Here is Rush. Rush in front of his own bench, takes the 3-point shot, skips across, and it's saved from going out of bounds by Smith. And the O'Fallon Panthers will go back to work. Here is Tebby. Tebby with a one-arm shovel pass over to Rush. Rush at the end of his bench to Brown. Brown kicks it back out to Rush. Top of the key. He'll drive, and a foul by Chase Reynolds, and now Reynolds catches up with his teammates. So that's Horace, Reynolds, Weisinger, Carnahan, Chambers, and Brister, all with 2 fouls.
Well, at least they're evenly spread out, right?
Yeah.
Because a couple of them had 2 fouls in the first quarter.
Here's Brown. Outside. Brown once again. And a shot taken there from 3-point land, no good. Collinsville comes away with the rebound. Cahoks work it back up. Cahoks are up by 6. Here is Reynolds. He gets it over to Horace.
Hit that, Nick.
Horace.
Oh, he thought about it.
He did, didn't he? Into the corner it goes to Reynolds. Underneath, no one was covering Horace, and he was about ready to fall out of bounds, and then Jamori gets his pocket picked, and then the legs get tangled up between Rennie Harris and Jamori Weisinger, and Jamori's going to get called for a foul.
Yeah, another turnover there out of Collinsville, a foul out of Jamori. I don't know if Jamori's not feeling well. He just doesn't look like himself tonight.
Yeah. His 3rd personal foul now. Collinsville has 2 fouls already in this fourth quarter. O'Fallon has yet to foul. Here is Smith. Smith gives it up to Harris. Harris at the free throw line and puts up a shot, and somehow or another it goes in.
He should tee him up.
And then he started
Yes,
talking
they did.
trash. Yep.
You can't do that.
Nope.
He screamed in Chambers' face.
Yep.
And I saw that right away.
So did I.
Now they'll probably count the bucket.
Well, they should, because he yelled at him after the bucket went in.
Yep. Yeah, that's a costly mistake in a tight game where O'Fallon has a chance. They've got some momentum, and Collinsville will get 2 shots and the ball.
So Weisinger will head back to the free throw line where he just went 2 for 2 a little while ago, and he'll do it all by himself. And that one's good.
Makes good on the first technical bucket, or technical free throw, I should say.
And both of them. So Weisinger is 4 for 4. That'll help that 68.4 average to climb a little closer to 70.
Sure will. Chase Reynolds will take the ball out by what used to be the hash mark at the half-court line.
So you get the technical, you get 2 free throws, and you get the ball back. So Collinsville back up by 6, looking to make it more. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger across the logo at midcourt and into the lane, and we're going to have a foul on the floor, and this one might go against Rush, and Rush will pick up his 3rd.
Collinsville student section all over O'Fallon now after that technical, trying to get in their heads. Good, friendly competition down there.
Horace will inbound, and he'll do so to Chambers. Chambers in the perimeter, inching his way back into the paint, turns around, takes the shot off the glass, can't get it to go. Rennie Harris pulls down the rebound for O'Fallon, and the Panthers work their way back up, trailing by 6. Here is Rush at the whistle, and no good. And another foul is going to be handed out. This one's going to go against Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds will pick up his 3rd.
Clock will stop here with 5:24 left. Collinsville up 6.
Inbound pass comes in, and they find Smith with it. Now here is Harris. Harris trying to get around Nicky Tony, but instead a block shot by Chambers, and it falls into the hands of Tyree Brister. Brister off the glass, can't get it to fall. Horace trying to put it back up. He can't, and now he's looking for a little help. Finds it in the form of Brister. Brister over to Reynolds. Reynolds over to Weisinger. Weisinger in front of his bench. 5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Hawks up by 6.
Collins will probably go to 4 out now.
Here is Horace trying to drive, and we're going to have a foul called on Armand Smith as he was just attached to the hip of Nick Horace.
He was all over
Yeah,
him.
he was. So now each team with 3 fouls. We have a timeout on the floor, and we will take a timeout as well. It is a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back in just those 60 seconds right after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you. 46-40, Collinsville up by 6, and the Kahawks have the ball. Inbound pass comes in. Brister immediately puts it up for 2 more.
Yeah, nice dish inbounds there to give Collinsville a quick 2, and here comes O'Fallon. They're going to give up a layup.
Yep. Pretty much the same thing that happened down there happened up here, wide open in the paint.
See what Collinsville can do with O'Fallon's press.
There is Nick Horace. He drives the ball all the way down. Weisinger from the corner for 3. That one skips across the rim. Collinsville not having good luck with the 3-point shot tonight. They are 1 of 7. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Outside, Rennie Harris. Harris dribbles, drives, just outside the lane and takes it off the side of the basket. They're going to call Nick Horace for the foul. That'll be his 3rd.
Rennie's all over Nick with the body. And Nick got a clean hand on the ball, and they're, man, I think they bailed Harris out on that one.
Yeah. Harris back to the free throw line. He is 0 for 2. Well, Fallon, by the way, is 51-47 lifetime versus Collinsville. And these two schools played each other in the very first game Collinsville ever played in boys basketball. That was on November the 15th, 1907. Collinsville lost 7-6.
Love your history. They had peach baskets
back
they did.
Then,
right?
Yep. Rennie Harris misses. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
Let's make it 0 for 4 here, maybe.
Yeah. Nope. Reverse jinx.
Now Collinsville's struggled with the press the last couple games, so we're going to get Big Zach out of there, and we're going to let the guards come up and handle the basketball.
Reynolds gets it into Brister. Brister is double-teamed, and Collinsville trying to break the press. Nice moves by Brister, and he'll get it across the line to Weisinger. Halfway through quarter number 4, 48-43, 5-point lead for the Kahawks. Here is Brister. Brister dribbles, kicks it outside for Weisinger. Weisinger to the top of the key and then gives it over to Chase Reynolds in front of the scorer's bench.
Collinsville in there 4.5 out. I think there should be 5 out, but Zach's still in the paint.
Collinsville keeps it at the half-court stripe for right now. Over to Horace. Horace bluffs taking a shot, kicks it out to Brister. Brister, he'll dribble, kick it out in the corner. Horace for 3, that's going to be short. Saw that as soon as it left his hand. Brister right off the bat, no good. Another rebound. Chambers has got it.
Tyree Brister making it happen again. There's our spark plug. Collinsville goes up by 8.
I think 2 O'Fallon players ran smack into each other in the paint. Outside it goes for Tebby. Tebby gives it up now for Smith. Smith takes a shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Weisinger and the Kahawks. Kahawks out rebounding O'Fallon tonight, 23-14.
Well, height is definitely on Collinsville's side here. Here comes Nicky Buckets.
Oh, reverse backwards layup, wouldn't go.
Oh, dumb
and
foul.
Then Horace commits foul number 4.
Dumb foul out of Nicky. He's frustrated he didn't make the shot. Slaps at the ball. Just got a little excited and had a mental breakdown there.
7-point lead for Collinsville. And at the free throw line, it is Armand Smith, who is 2 of 4 from the stripe tonight. And the first shot good.
Yeah, the last thing Collinsville wants is the clock stopped with O'Fallon scoring points at this point.
Yeah. Just a little under 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. One more shot coming up here for Smith. And that one's good as well. So, a 5-point contest, less than 3 to go. Here is Brister. Brister will work his way up and do so with a pass. And nice little tip there. Some good volleyball action.
Oh, gosh, darn it. Turnover bug again. Chase Reynolds just needs to slow the ball down and take care of it.
Yeah, you're trying to run some time off the clock. You're not in a real big hurry to score, so take your time. Out to Rush. Rush, 2:35 to play here in this fourth quarter. At the free throw line, Rush takes a shot. No good. Rebound belongs to, well, now we're going to have a foul call. This one's going to go against Will Brown Jr.
I think it's against Weisinger.
Oh, it is against Weisinger. So Weisinger will pick up his 4th. So now Horace and Weisinger in foul trouble.
Will Brown picked the pocket of Weisinger, and then Weisinger had a similar frustration foul like Horace.
Stanley Carnahan waits at the scorer's table to come in after this first shot by Brown as he goes back up to the free throw line. He is 0 for 2. Yeah.
I would get a timeout here.
Brister will go out. Carnahan will come in. 4-point game. Another shot coming up here for Brown. And that one rattles and stays home. So after going 0 for 4 in the first half at the charity stripe for O'Fallon, they are now 7 of 8 here in the second half.
Get the ball up the floor, Jamori.
Weisinger slingshots it over the line to Horace. Horace on the wing, and Chambers keeps that one from going out of bounds. And then Weisinger puts on a spin move with spin with a head, too. Here is Horace, and he's going to be fouled. This one's going to go against Brown. Nope, it's going to go against Rush. That'll be his 4th. All of a sudden, these fouls are starting to add up.
Well, when you call this many fouls in a game, right, they're going to add up.
You are not lying there, man.
That's
These
for
referees
sure.
have not been afraid to blow these whistles tonight. Reynolds inbounds, does so to Weisinger at midcourt. 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 50-47, 3-point lead for Collinsville. You don't expect anything less when Collinsville and O'Fallon play, do you?
No, I'll tell you what.
Into the corner, out of the corner. Weisinger, in front of the scorer's table again. I think Jamori was getting tired of Brown's hand being in front of his face. Almost smacked it away. Over to Chambers, or excuse me, back outside we go for Horace. That was Reynolds. Weisinger, yeah, going to grab him now, and Will Brown Jr. will pick up his 4th foul.
Well, I like it that they fouled Weisinger, one of our best free throw shooters.
Sure, why not?
So at this point in time, ball game's going to come down to free throws and defense and
Jamori.
limiting turnovers for Collinsville.
Jamori is 4 for 4, all of that coming in the second half. Collinsville is 8 of 9 from the free throw line here in the second half. And as soon as I say that, we miss one.
Boy.
One more shot coming up for Jamori. We are down to 89 seconds, and Weisinger makes good on the second one. And now it's a 4-point lead, so a 2-possession contest. Here is Armand Smith. Smith, he walked, man. Well, it doesn't matter. Collinsville got the turnover anyway. And Weisinger way up.
Big bucket.
Sure
Collinsville
is.
off to the races. Here comes Harris.
Rennie Harris with a spin move, takes the ball, gives it up, and a foul coming up against Zach Chambers.
Man, oh man. If you're going to make that foul, you cannot let that bucket go in. Great play, though, by Will Brown Jr. He just hung up in the air, made sure he got the ball up high, and he was rewarded with a bucket and a chance for a 3-point play.
Zach Chambers picks up his third foul. Each team is at 5 fouls or more, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Lee and the Collinsville Kahawks, and we will take a timeout right along with them as soon as I find out how long it is. Full timeout. So we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Welcome back once again to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. 1:09 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville up by 4. And at the free throw line, it is Will Brown Jr. He has one more shot coming his way.
Well, Collinsville, the favorite here, has turned the ball over quite a bit. They've let O'Fallon hang around, so it could be an exciting finish.
Could be. Brown trying to make it a one-possession game, and he does.
Here comes O'Fallon with the press. Timeout? Nope.
And Weisinger all the way down. Chambers for the slammer jammer.
Yes, sir. O'Fallon got caught sleeping on the deep man. Chambers puts down the dunk for 2.
5-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Rennie Harris, and a foul called. I thought he might have walked for a minute through the paint, but he didn't.
Well, he did, but they called the foul instead.
Stanley Carnahan picks up his third, and Rennie Harris to the free throw line where he is 1 of 3 tonight. Or excuse me, 1 of 4. No good.
Free throw struggles continue for Harris. So he'll have a chance for one more free throw, and then you'll look to see O'Fallon put the press right back on immediately.
Stays a 5-point game. We're under a minute to go, and that one rattles home for Rennie Harris. And now it's a 4-point contest. Collinsville gets it in. Here is Horace. Horace gives it up for Weisinger. Weisinger in front of the O'Fallon bench, trying to move his way across that timeline, and he will.
Oh, boy.
I'm telling you, that was close.
Yeah.
Here is Horace. Collinsville looking to play a little keep away. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger, you know O'Fallon's going to have to foul at some point. And a turnover. Carnahan, and then Carnahan's going to get called for a foul as well, I believe.
Another turnover. Coach is upset with Weisinger for tossing the ball into a double team. And Carnahan gets his pocket picked. Coach wants the ball out on the perimeter, so to force a foul and free throws. Instead, we go to the middle and turn the ball over.
Tebby at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 6 of 8 coming into this contest from there, and that one's good.
Tebby has been a good shooter since he's been a young man.
3-point game.
Collinsville just refusing to slam the door on this game.
And he makes both. So Tebby makes it a 2-point game. We'll leave it right here for this timeout. A little bit more history for you. Coach Lee is 12-16 versus the O'Fallon Panthers. Lost the first meeting in Coach Lee's career, December of 2009, right here, 68-55. Matter of fact, Coach Lee lost the first 4 meetings against O'Fallon when he started here at Collinsville. The first win came in December of 2011, 69-53. And the first win at O'Fallon came in that same season, 64-59 at O'Fallon. And the first playoff meeting was in 2013, a regional championship game. Collinsville lost that one 44-42. First playoff win came in March of 2015 in a regional semifinal. And the last playoff meeting was in March of 2020, 62-38 in that sectional semifinal. That was the last game Collinsville played before the big pandemic shutdown.
Yes, sir. Here comes Collinsville.
All right, Jayhawks, you need to take care of the ball. And if you can, score some points. Weisinger, I don't know how he got out of that, but a foul has been called as Weisinger was triple teamed, fell down, kept dribbling the ball while he was on the ground.
Yeah, they wanted to walk, but if you're dribbling the ball, it's not a travel.
Yep, Zach Tebby picks up his first foul, and that's going to send Weisinger to the free throw line. Collinsville up by 2. It'd be nice if Weisinger can make both of these and make it a 2-possession ball game.
Got to.
Yep.
Got to.
Weisinger, first shot from the free throw stripe, 24.1 seconds to play. And that one's good.
Clutch. Clutch bucket.
So a 3-point game.
There.
Yep.
Will Brown still pleading his case.
Well, that's going to fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, right. That's.
Brister wants to check back in. Weisinger hits both. Big plays.
Buckets. Huge free throws. Here comes Tyree Brister, the defensive specialist.
4-point game, 24 seconds left. O'Fallon's going to let the ball roll and keep as much time on the clock as they can. Here is Jaden Rush. Rush gives it up now for Tebby. Tebby bounces the ball over to Rennie Harris. Harris drives, lane, shot, no good. Collinsville couldn't control the rebound. Rush for 3, no good. Ball loose again. And it's picked up by Rennie Harris, but O'Fallon's running out of time, and now we're going to have a
stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds once again. Collinsville's going to get the ball back. Oh, Muniz is not happy.
No, not at all. O'Fallon had a lot of chances there. All Collinsville has to do is really inbound the basketball here.
Now we're going to have a timeout called by O'Fallon, and once again, we'll keep it here for this one. 4.8 seconds left to play. I don't want to take a commercial break and then, it's only a 30-second timeout, not a full.
Right. Well, credit Jamori Weisinger. You know, he hasn't shot the ball well, but he steps up and knocks down. I mean, 2 of the biggest free throws. That's the story of this game right now. At the end.
All right, just a little bit more history. Collinsville and O'Fallon met in district playoffs. That was well before regionals. In 1917, for the first time, Collinsville lost that game, but there was no score. Regional playoffs started in the state of Illinois in the 35-36 season, and Collinsville and O'Fallon didn't play in the regionals until March of 1940. Collinsville lost that one 41-29 in a regional championship game, and they wouldn't meet again until regional, so you went from 1940 all the way to 1976 before the two teams met again in regional play, and Collinsville got their first playoff win versus O'Fallon in the regional semifinal that year, 81-41. And they lost the regional championship game to Belleville East by 1 point, 64-63, and that was just a couple of years before Coach Fletcher called it quits.
Yeah, storied career out of Coach Fletcher, and then we had Coach Bob Bone, and now Coach Darren Lee.
Here is Reynolds. He inbounds the pass to Nick Horace, and Horace is immediately fouled by Smith. Smith will pick up his 4th. Horace will go to the free throw line with 3.9 seconds to go to ice this game away.
I feel good about Nicky Toney knocking down a couple of free throws here.
Horace is 5 of 6 tonight from the free throw line. Only 2 O'Fallon players, one on each side of the lane, and the first one is good for Nick Horace.
Nicky Tony knocks down a big bucket, so free throws down the stretch. Save what hasn't been the prettiest game out of Collinsville, right?
No, neither was the one in Granite City.
But it'll be a W.
Yeah. And O'Fallon will bring the ball up, but there is not enough time and too many points to make up. That's going to do it. 59-53 in favor of Collinsville, and the Cahoks still undefeated at 10-0. How's the heart?
Let me tell you, Todd. I tell you what, I guess that's why we play the game, though, right?
Yeah.
But it's always fun calling the game. These boys work hard. It's exciting. Southwest Conference basketball is always good. You do a great job, and I appreciate you having me in the booth.
Hey, you do a fantastic job, too, dude. I love you doing the color commentary on both football and basketball. You do an amazing work.
I appreciate that, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in.
See you next week, sir.
Thanks, Todd. Bye-bye.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. Time for us to transition into the post-game show, brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville, 605 North Main Street. You can call in for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007. Collinsville wins tonight, 59-53. Post-game coverage comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight. Wasn't easy, 59-53, but nothing comes easy to this team, right, Coach?
That's right.
That is Coach Eric Anderson. He is the assistant coach to Darren Lee and the guy in charge of the JV team. Let's begin there, Coach. 55-40 win by your JV team. You had to come from behind to do it after you trailed at halftime, but tell you what, I don't get to watch a lot of it because I got to set up all my stuff and do my things and stuff like that, but I was very impressed with A.J. Main.
Yeah, he played well. You know, O'Fallon shot the lights out first half. They had 7 threes against us, and we went into halftime, and our kids were like, these guys can really shoot it. You know, and they had 4 or 5 guys hit threes, and I told them they're not going to keep shooting it that well. They might make a couple, but they're not going to hit another 7. So we just got to keep guarding, stick to the game plan, and sure enough, they ended up having 1 3 late in the game, you know, but that was it. They ended the game with 8 threes and 7 in the first half. So they cooled down a little bit. We were able to control the boards and keep pounding it inside. Our size hurt them a little bit. AJ played well. Jace Wilkinson's doing a great job handling the ball, bringing it up against pressure. They turned up the heat on us, and you know, we ended up squeaking out another win.
Yeah, you guys' defense played well in that JV game too. You didn't allow O'Fallon to score for the first 3.5 minutes of that fourth quarter, and they only ended up scoring 8 in the whole quarter.
Yeah, and Solomon Talbot in there, he's an influence in there, the presence in the middle, so nothing comes easy in there, and they know that. When they drive in there, you know, you got 6'10" waiting for you, and, you know, I think that had a lot to do with that, and with them not hitting the perimeter shots, you know, they cooled down a little bit. We were able to get a little separation on them.
Yeah, I like seeing Talbot. He looks like he's continuing to grow into this game.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's still nursing a swollen ankle. I mean, he's sprained it at that Belvalise game a while back, and, you know, it's still – he's taping it up. He's going out there and gutsy performance. He's playing. He's not quite 100%. I think he'll be able to move and cut a little bit more when he gets that ankle back 100%. But yeah, he's given us a good effort though.
All right, let's transition over to the varsity game. As I mentioned, it wasn't pretty, but a win is a win is a win. Way too many turnovers in that first half. You guys took care of that in the second half though. You didn't come in as many, but that was a tough game.
Yeah, and that's the way it is in all the conference games. And that's the way it's going to be. I mean, every team has athletes, Southwestern Conference athletes up in your grill when you're trying to dribble, and, you know, they put the pressure on you. And I think a lot of teams, because of our size, they want to get out and pressure a little bit, and that way we can't get the ball inside as easy. And, that seems to be the blueprint. And O'Fallon came out and they decided we never know if they're not going to guard a couple guys and force someone else to beat them, or if they're just going to get up and pressure everybody. O'Fallon started the game, and they decided to go ahead and just pressure everybody, get up and guard, try to force turnovers, try to get out in transition. And when you're out in transition against us, our big guys aren't really much of a factor. So I think that's their game plan. So we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball and not giving them easy runouts and making teams play half-court offense with our bigs inside, near the bucket. But overall, we got in some foul trouble early. Jamori Weisinger and Nick Horace got a couple fouls each real early. And that changes how we guard. They can't be as aggressive, and that kind of hindered us for a little while. But then once we survived that first half, then we were able to come out and guard like normal. And, we ended up pulling out a tough Southwestern Conference.
Sure did.
Home victory. I mean,
3-point shot was just not there for you guys tonight, man. You made one the whole night.
Yeah. I mean, that is one thing we have. We do have a little bit, with Zach Chambers in there. He finally got going. He didn't have a great first half offensively, but defensively and rebounding he was there. But, yeah, he didn't get off to a good start. Got going a little bit in the second half, but we're one of the few teams in the conference that, on an off shooting night could possibly still beat another good team, even without shooting the three that well. And I think we showed that tonight. Hopefully next time we can knock down a few more and not have it so close, but we found a way to win.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, us as broadcasters, you guys as coaches. Man, you can win games and you can lose games at the free throw line. You guys did very well. I got you down for 18 of 23, and nothing more clutch than Jamori Weisinger. Only missed one shot out of 8 chances there in that second half.
Yeah, he did a nice job. We got to make free throws. Free throws win games, and when we're not shooting the three and we're not doing some other things that well, that's one thing we have to do, and that's helped us the last couple games. We made the Granite City game.
Yep.
When they caught fire for a while, we were making free throws to negate that a little bit, and that's what we have to do, continue to make free throws.
All right, Coach, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Todd, appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And that is Eric Anderson, the assistant varsity coach for Darren Lee and the JV head coach for your Collinsville Kahawks. We appreciate the visit as always. And here are some numbers for you. Nick Horace leading all scorers in this one with 22 points. Behind him was Jamori Weisinger with 13. Zach Chambers ended up with 11 after only scoring 1 in the first half. Tyree Brister had 6 points, 3 each for Chase Reynolds, just Chase Reynolds. Looked at the 13 for Jamori and saw another 3 there. And Solomon Talbot had 2. Leading scorer for O'Fallon was Rennie Harris with 13. Jaden Rush had 12. 9 points for Will Brown Jr. Zach Tebby ended up with 7. And Armand Smith ended up with 4. Collinsville won the battle of the boards, out rebounding O'Fallon tonight 24-15. Collinsville had 14 turnovers in the game, but 9 of those came in the first half. O'Fallon ended up turning the ball over 11 times. Collinsville, as I mentioned, only 1 3-point shot made tonight. They went 1 of 7, while O'Fallon ended up going 4 of 15. And from the free throw stripe, Collinsville, as I mentioned, 18 of 23, while O'Fallon went 11 of 20. Our next action comes to you Monday. We have some late hockey action for you on Monday from East Alton. And the basketball Kahawks, they're back in action. Saturday afternoon game at Metro East Lutheran. And the O'Fallon Panthers, they're next taking on Metamora at the University of Illinois Springfield. Also Saturday afternoon, that is at 2 p.m. So that's going to do it for us tonight. A big thank you to Nick Horace joining us in the pregame show, and another thank you to Eric Anderson joining us in the postgame show. And as always, during the home games, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. We appreciate everyone involved. My name is Todd Duke. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. We're back at you on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your night.